So I think going back to Graham's values, and there's 5 that I would like to emphasise in Sir Alex's case. The first one is a work ethic, or hard work, in our triangle. He's made Man United his life. He lives and breathes this club. He frequently puts in 18-hour days. I mean, as I say, he's now 70. He's the first guy to arrive at the training ground, and he's usually the last guy to leave the club at night. He does this because he loves it so much. And he has so much passion for this. And this is reflected by the amount of time he's prepared to put in. But he's faced a lot of struggles along the way. I mean, at times there was talk of being sacked because they weren't delivering the results. And he's had to rebuild the team 3 or 4 times along these 26 years. And again, shareholders are acting up, your fans are demanding. You know, it's a hugely competitive and brutal environment. But he is, as he says himself, a workaholic. But judging by his record to date, perhaps putting hard work isn't a bad thing to do to achieve success. So whatever you want to do or achieve in your business, you have to work harder than anyone else. You've got to learn from a seasoned pro like Sir Alex. See, the other thing is his vision. As I say, he set 2 clear mission statements or a vision for the club, and that was to beat Liverpool domestically and then win the Champions League and try and be as successful as they could. Do you have that compelling vision that stirs you to get up every morning? Do you pass that on to your staff? If not, why not? When we were young, we used to have these dreams and we'd conjure up what we would do with our lives. But of course, as we get older, we worry about bills and the bank knocking on our door or no sales. But you need that vision, you need to stick to your sense of purpose. And you've got to make sure that every day you're doing something that's going to help you achieve that sense of purpose. Every great achievement starts with a dream, so don't ever forget that. The other lesson is teamwork. I think, in particular with a football team, this has proved one of his biggest successes. He's always made it clear that no player is bigger than the club, and he emphasises this strong team ethic throughout. He actually calls Man United his family. And every player who's joined the club has this mentality and this ethos instilled into them from the youth development academy right through to the mature guys like Giggs and Scholes who are still playing for him. So who do you surround yourself with every day? And what do you expect from your team? And do you give your best every time you're in a difficult situation? Just something to think about. The fourth value that I think he exudes is belief. In the 1999 season, when he had a success at the Champions League, they also won the English Premier League and the FA Cup. Now, this had never been achieved before. This was an incredible treble. And that's when he actually got knighted, which of course is a huge honour back in the UK as well. But this was only achieved because he had this belief, and he instilled this belief in all his players. Along the way, and particularly in the final, when he gave that speech that I talked about earlier, it was all about carrying on even under the most extreme pressure. And it looked like all the odds are stacked against you, but he still believed that the team would win. And of course they did. They pulled through in the end. And so, on so many occasions, Man United have come back from losing. And in fact, there are now statistics to prove that in the last 10 minutes, when they're behind, they are the most successful team in the English Premier League over the last 10 years in coming back from those deficits and either equalising the game or going on to win it. So this sense of belief is evident throughout all his players. And belief really is the foundation of all achievement. You must start by believing in yourself and believing in your team. And otherwise, you would just give up whenever you face a challenge. Can you make this one of your choices? Because we can all choose to believe in ourselves. That's just the takeaway from Sir Alex. And finally, he talks of mastery. If you want to be great at anything, you have to work hard. You have to learn as much as you can. Nobody knows it all. So when you're building your business, ask for help. Use your contacts. Sir Alex, throughout his career, has been an avid reader, and he's actually a massive fan of US Civil War history, which of course is tactics, battle strategy. And he's also read a lot about successful American sports coaches operating under the similar pressure that he faces. So he's an open-minded guy. He's a learner. He knows he doesn't know it all. Although he's now considered to be the godfather of football, he's still learning himself. And he still makes mistakes. Last season, he actually fielded a really young team when Man United were playing the Swiss team Bâle in the league stages of the Champions League. And this was a mistake. They failed to qualify for only the third time under his reign. But the impact of that mistake was the club lost 11% of their season's revenue by failing to qualify for the knockout. But he took full accountability for this, and he learned from it, and he moved on. So don't be scared to make mistakes, but you master it by learning from that failure.